LemonHedz, this rules.
Gus Author says, this is the best comedian of all time, in my opinion. The only reason he's not big in the U.S. is because jokes don't translate well culturally, and he's too blue for American tastes. Okay? This is a YouTube link. You guys are not following the prompt here. I wanted really gross stuff, really nasty shit. This is Rodney Rude. Okay, I'll be the judge of this. This guy is saying here, this is the best comedian in his opinion, because he's not big in the U.S. because most jokes don't translate well. Misspelling. He's too blue for American taste. Okay. Here we go. Like this era of comedy, especially like these people laughing.
Red, he was angry.
I see these people
Rodney
laughing.
Rude was arrested,
and I realize how like Jim Jones was able to do what he was able to do. We're like, how do you get a tent of people? Like, how do you get like hundreds and hundreds of people to drink Kool-Aid and kill themselves? And then you see like crowds like at a place, and you go, oh yeah. You go, how did Jim Jones only get like a couple hundred? How do you not convince the whole world a comet was gonna save them? I mean, look at these people. They're pigs and shit. I'm sorry, no offense to you if you live in Australia, but you guys are complete dumb fucks. I mean, you have horrible taste. Your culture it sucks. You don't know what funny is. You guys are like culturally so backward there with like the nanny state thing. It's just it's actually kind of sweet. What you guys think is like crude and crass is actually kind of like, it's kind of innocent. Yeah, like it's sweet in a way where I go, oh, you think this is like irreverent stuff. I'm like, that's really sweet. That's really cool, man. We anytime I go out with my kids, I'm afraid there's going to be a guy with a gun. So like, I don't really think like poo poo pee pee jokes about cops is something so funny that I would fall out of my chair laughing. But you see, it's a nanny state. So this guy made fun of a police officer, and that's like pretty much the biggest taboo is making fun of this state there. So, I mean, they're so behind the times. They had their Lenny Bruce in what is this, like 1994? It's like, it's kind of pathetic and sad. It's actually sad. I actually have no respect for Australia because you guys don't have mass shootings. Like, if you want to be like us, if you want to be first world, if you want to be... Like, you guys had that one on the beach or whatever that Israel did, good for you. I'm sure you guys will talk about it for another 100 years, just like you talked about the fake one that happened on that island or whatever, at that camp or whatever the hell. But you guys got to get your numbers up before we start respecting you. I've been over there. You call Burger King Happy Jacks or something. You have retarded names for stuff. There's not enough people dying. There's not enough fear and paranoia. Sorry. Hate us because you ain't us. That's what it is. New Zealand's got more shootings than you guys. New Zealand's got more American type stuff going on. That's a place I go. I go over there. I'll go see the Hobbit Hole and then visit Christchurch. I got a lot of places I want to see in New Zealand before I go back to Australia. I'm not racist. And then I go over there. Everybody talks about how they're not racist. And then the Aboriginal people are walking around barefoot through the streets. And any job they have, they're like a hotel desk clerk, or they're like, washing shit out of a toilet. You guys don't want to be racist. Oh, so you guys don't say the A word. Okay, good. But from what I can tell, the indigenous people of this continent are forced to live like Super Mario. I see them hopping out of the sewers, literally like swinging from building to building. I'm like, okay, like you guys have kind of an interesting thing going on here. No wonder you guys start drinking at 7 a.m. because you guys are running from something really dark. You guys are running from a very, very, very deep. Well, in America, you had slavery. Well, you guys, the only reason you're here is because England wanted an ethno state, and you're the progeny of that. So you literally you're still on the plantation. I'm not there anymore. I'm in Los Angeles, California. You guys made home in the cotton fields where, you know what I mean? It's really, 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 really sick place, actually. It's one of the darkest places I've ever been, and no wonder a lot of the dark web, all that stuff goes on in Australia, where people are running. I mean, red rooms, like smut films. There's guys there that it pales in comparison to what Perez Hilton did on TikTok Live a few days ago. I mean, heinous, hideous acts of like abuse of like animals and it's all down there. All the dark web stuff is down there. Anything like an Ed Gein, like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre type, trucker, what is he buying and watching on his laptop? It's all made in Australia. I don't know what goes on in the middle of the country, but it probably isn't a hell of a lot better of what goes on the coasts. I went to Perth. It's like not even, it doesn't even make sense. It's not even real. It's like if you put a cheesecake factory in the middle of Saudi Arabia, it doesn't make any sense. But anyway, get your numbers up. Get your numbers up. Admit that you're all racist and it's a product of racism. You guys are a bunch of liars. You're a bunch of fucking phonies. I was walking around Adelaide. I went to Sydney. I went to Melbourne. I went to Cairns. I went to Adelaide. I went to Perth. You guys you're a bunch of phonies. I love the Delta. I love the lounges. I love flying there. Very pretty. I liked a lot of people I talked to, but many of you are phonies. Very, very phony. Very phony. You guys need to grow a backbone, okay? Dead serious. I'm dead serious. You guys need to... You've had no revolutionary war. You've never revolted against your government. You've never thrown tea in the harbor. You guys have never even been to war with each other. No civil war. No nothing. Really? What? So what do you guys have? We have Fosters. Who gives a shit? You guys have beer in like a can that's really wide. Kill yourself. I don't give a shit. It's like the most racist country I've been to that's constantly afraid of being called racist. Yeah, you know why you're constantly afraid of being called racist? Because you guys are like, Ted Bundy on the run, afraid you're going to get caught for all the murders. Turn yourselves in already. Cop up to it. Be done with it. Be done. You guys are racist. England treated Australia like a big petri dish for whites. A big white petri dish. It's the only reason you actually exist, and otherwise there'd be nobody there except for them. Those people that you refuse to even say the name of because it's racist to even acknowledge they exist. Anyway. And there's like a big fat white lady that owns all the money there. She's like a big fat white lady with shitty tits. She was the heir to like the kangaroo farm or something, and she has all the money. And she's doing like weird Bill Gates stuff down there and like torturing indigenous people and wiping out the rainforest or something. You guys are like, you have no you guys got no skin in the game is what I'm saying. Nothing. And people go, oh, well, you need to watch this movie from 2005. What's it called? It's called the PR, the Prada. Fuck, what's it called? It's the guy who's making the Blood Meridian movie. Anyway, that isn't that great, actually. Sorry. But regardless, when it comes to cowboy stuff, I just can't. The Australian accent really takes me out of it every single time. Not how cowboy's not supposed to sound like Crocodile Dundee. Sorry. Cowboy's supposed to sound like Red Dead Redemption, like John Wayne. That's a cowboy. A cowboy isn't supposed to walk in and just like lean up against the bar with his coin for his shot of whiskey and go, all right. Wrong guy. I have more respect for the horse the band rode in on. You think anybody would give a shit about John Wayne if he sounded like Steve Irwin? Guy. John Wayne actually might have been gay. But it's still whatever. This video is cool, though. Thanks for submitting it. This is sad. This is pathetic. This is... I mean, you guys have adult daycares all over Australia, I'm assuming, where a guy goes up and puts on a funny hat and shakes a thing. I mean, this is, like, sad. This is truly sad. If Australia got, like, nuked and wiped out the face of the earth, I want to give two shits. What's the deal with the island stuff? Like, isn't Hannah Gadsby from some island on the... What's it called? Tasmania? Isn't Hannah Gadsby from where the devil, like there's like a devil chipmunk thing there? There's also, you know where I wanted to go? I wanted to go to Quokka Island, west of Perth, where there's a big island of quokkas. I'll show you it. It's kind of cool. But other than that, fuck Australia. I would love to move there, though. Much better than America. But anyway. Like the people a lot more than Americans. I felt a lot safer. It was a lot cleaner. Great food. Love Australia. It's called Rottnest Island. This is it right here. And you can see all the quokkas. Love Australia, man. I can't wait to go back.
Perched on the fringe of the continental shelf lies a chain of extraordinary islands.
All right, wrong guy. All right.
The islands and their waters teem with life.
Yeah, but show me the quokkas. I don't give a shit about... There's the quokkas.
Quokkas are famously known
quokkas.
as the happiest animal on Earth. But in this series, their secret...
They're beautiful. Rottnest Island is the quokkas, world's cutest family. Yeah, no, I just want to see the quokkas. And I love koala bears. They're one of my favorite animals. Yeah, they're great. Love that. They always look like they're smiling. God, I love Australia. Anyway. Yeah. Dude, let's move on. The hell? Moving on. I'm trying to find my... There we go. Okay, moving on. But Gus Author, thank you for submitting that. I'm assuming there's other funny bits or whatever. Says it, the jokes don't translate well culturally. It's too blue for American taste. I don't know about that. I mean, I think comedians kind of like most comedians only work blue now, but there's just nothing of substance. You know, like your average, famous comedian will just walk up to someone and be like, "Are you Chinese and you like egg rolls? You like dip? Let me guess. Because you're Chinese, you like dipping egg rolls in hot mustard and sweet and sour sauce? Oh, you're dating a black guy. Does he, do you put fried chicken in the egg rolls for the black guy?" What about this table over here? Mexican, huh? Let me guess. You had tacos for lunch. With some salsa. A couple Mexicans at the table. Thank you for taking the time from fixing a roof somewhere to be here. Who let you down off the roof? Mexicans love roofs so much they wear sombreros because it reminds them of it's like a roof but for your hat. Yeah, that's right. I'm a fucking assassin. I'm not even picking on him. That's kind of like if you go to comedy clubs now, you're like, oh, it's It is actually like people just kind of doing like their like tranny bit or whatever. You're like, okay. All right. Ready for what's next? Ready for what's next? Ready. I'm ready for the next thing. Ready for culturally what is next, even though it will also suck ass. I'm just very bored of this thing that sucks ass. A guy with my dad's name submitted a YouTube short. God only knows what this could be. Let's see.
I'm friends with Elon Musk, which is the intellectual equivalent of a boy and his dog. That guy's so much smarter than me. You know when you're around your dog's like, you're different, tell me what to do. That's me. I'm like, when they land, you'll tell them I'm cool? I'm friends with Elon Musk, which is the intellectual...
Oof. Oh, fuck. Why did the last second I heard he put the yellow shirt on? Why did he do that? I can't even hear a word he's saying, honestly, because of the yellow shirt. It's a choice so bad, not even I would make it. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. I've seen so much bad comedy. You guys, you have no idea. You have no idea how much bad comedy I've seen. It's everywhere. I see bad comedy everywhere and have for a very long time. And I got it from both directions, both alt and club. You sit at the back of the room, you see the joke coming from a mile away. It's jokes you've heard before. You've seen it all before. And you just stare. You got the, 1,000-yard stare. You're going, damn. You go, at the end of this, I either kill myself like Private Pile or I become successful. I'm not sure which. Flip a coin. Flip a coin, and if I fail, please let me have the coin that you flipped. Thank you, sir. Holy fuck, that sucked my ass. Holy shit, that sucked. They posted that? That's on Netflix? Holy fuck. Holy shit. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Holy shit. Man, I don't give a fuck about that. And you know how bad it has to be for me to not give a fuck about it and for it to piss me the fuck off? I'm sitting here, I don't even care. And I'm like, damn, and I'm still mad. That's a feat in and of itself. Damn. Damn, that sucks my dick. Wow. It's like a boy and his dog. So he thinks that guy is like Robert Oppenheimer. Let's look at the logic of it, you know? Man. This guy. This guy. I mean, fucking unbelievable. Fucking unbelievable, dude. Unfucking believable. I wouldn't be if they were like enslaving us and just, I wouldn't be that mad if they weren't so fucking stupid. But like if these guys had like 185 IQ and it was like a mad scientist kind of, like Powerpuff Girls villain who lived at the top of a big tower, but his brain was in a big glass jar because he was such a genius, and he made a mind control thing to just, I go, yeah, but at least the people that, in the dystopian fantasies, usually the people that enslave all of mankind are like geniuses. And these guys are in their mansions all day, like on Reddit. They're reading the same shit that the laymen are. They're not like, they don't know anything about history you don't know. They don't know anything about like mathematics that you don't know, physics. None of these guys are like polymaths. They're not like guys that are plucked from think tanks. They have no life experience. They're all like draft dodgers. They didn't serve in any wars. Everybody they were connected with are like high level elite, like sex trafficking, like pedophiles who are like an arm of the intelligence apparatus. They're generally like wrong about everything. They dress like shit. They look stupid. They act retarded. They really suck ass. They're incredibly unlikable. They're not funny. They're attention whores. They're cruel. They're vapid. They're like insipid. They're like lonely. They're like desperate. They have, did I say they have bad taste? They have really bad taste. The artists they champion are awful, horrible people who are as cruel and vapid as they are. They're not talented. They don't make anything that's cool for me to use. They don't, oftentimes it seems that many of them are pedophiles. That's also something I've been noticing. What else is there to say? I have nothing good to say about any of these people. Anytime I open up my phone, to just get my daily dose of being goy-beamed, anytime I want to open my phone so I can watch a Cars for Kids commercial and, scroll on X, I see some bullshit like this where Elon is in China doing the Macarena or some shit. And it's always accompanied with an arena of worthless shitheads. Just a coliseum of a brainless, mindless, to even call them like robots or droids is offensive to the intelligence it takes to build a machine that sophisticated. These are people who can't even think for themselves. Attending these things. Listen to these people. It's because of the people. My enemy is the people. That's one of the things I've been realizing is like my enemy is not like the big, the 6 corporations or whatever. My enemy is the people that like not only sit back and allow this to happen, the people that help this become a popular, positive thing. It's Satanism. They've inversed everything. These guys have quite literally inversed everything in our life in the span of like 4 decades. They've been doing it since like 1951, but like everything that is good is bad. You understand? They've inverted everything. It's all inverted. These people help it. They all are complicit in it, and willingly and proudly. They're complicit in the whole thing. Listen to them. I mean, that's it. It's like, these guys, they're so like evil and shit, but like back in the day when like you read about any historical evil, and usually there's a level of intelligence and wit and sophistication and there's some sort of like deft mastery involved in the execution of their evil order. And then these guys, they're just like, I don't know, man. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. It's just the complete opposite. And then like you see a guy like Stephen Miller, and he could be a manager at Chick-fil-A. Like he's just a boring fucking droll nothing who just is like, yeah, I want to kill brown people. And you're like, okay, whatever. And if I'm against that, there's, 10,000 bots that say I'm a communist. If I'm against like, war or whatever, it's like, whatever. Enjoy your Babylon Bee and your burger. Enjoy your dialysis machines and your rascal scooters and your AI rap. Enjoy it. Hope you guys like it. I hope you guys love the ride down the toilet. I hope you guys love being the turd. I hope you love being a little piece of corn in the turd going down the vortex, going down the pipe. I refuse to. I refuse to go out that way. We're all complicit. Shame on us. Shame on us. Shame on all of us. We need a hero. That's all we need. You know the type of hero I'm talking about. All we need is a hero. You know what I mean? That's all you need. One hero. We need a bunch of heroes, but one would be nice. Just one hero. Just one hero. One. God, we need a hero. This is all from me watching some Rogan clip or something. This is why I don't watch stand-up. I watch 15 seconds of a stand-up clip, and then it's 20 minutes of me spiraling about like fascism or whatever. God damn. There's soldiers, people die. I saw a woman in the Fayetteville airport, which I've been to. I got friends in Fayetteville. It's a good airport. Saw the remains of a guy in the military. His wife fell over the casket crying. Over his coffin, wrapped in the American flag, whatever the fuck that means. People keep using that Ernest Hemingway quote, but they use it wrong. It's from 1935. The actual quote is Ernest Hemingway said, they wrote in the old days that it is sweet and fitting to die for one's country, but in modern war, there's nothing sweet nor fitting in your dying. You will die like a dog for no good reason. So yeah, that's Hemingway. So, but he's communist probably. He was like woke, I'm sure. He was like a woke commie. Remember what you're fighting for. People dying in old folks' homes, healthcare going up at the beginning of the year because of the big, beautiful bill. Mass homelessness, open air drug markets, the Epstein class. Just remember what you're fighting for. Free healthcare for Israel. Never forget what you're fighting for. I mean, what would be a more noble death, honestly? It would be more of a noble death for you to die for a $5 coupon for me to go to El Pollo Loco and get a burrito. If you sacrifice your life for me to get the queso guacamole chicken burrito, which is amazing, I'm addicted to it, with no beans, roja salsa, and avocado. If you went to war and died so that I could have $5 off a $10.99 burrito, so I could pay after tax like $6.43 at the El Pollo Loco down the street, get my burrito and my salsas, it would be more noble. I would go, I would take a bite of the burrito and I go, the nobility of the human spirit. Ah, how much I love my fellow man. But it said, no, you quite literally, you fight for Burger Reich. Soy Reich, Burger Reich. You die for Jeffrey Epstein. You die for all the, the kids Trump raped. You die for a fat pedophile who walks around and shits himself who sucked off Bill Clinton. So you're dying for a pump and dump scheme, which is what war is. You're dying for poly market. You're dying for the immiseration of the American people. You're dying for usury. How is everything in the world cyclical? People are born and they die, but somehow debt goes on forever. It never ends. It's the only thing that's not cyclical. No. It never ends. It never goes away, not even in death. It's the only thing that's forever. Why is that? Has anybody ever stopped to think about that? It's the only thing that is not cyclical. Life and death, being born and dying, the seasons, the years. Somehow, debt, it never goes away. Ever. It's a rape country. We're truly the great Satan. God, and if that's the thing too, it's like the thing I was trying to get at. It's like, but why aren't we? Can't we be cool at least? Give me something, man. Come on. We can't look cool doing that, raping the whole earth and everything. Like, why do we also suck ass and are gay? Why are we so annoying? Also, such a damn shame. Why can't we have like a Tom Cruise Top Gun type guy with aviators and like a cigarette who says like cool stuff and is like a great speaker and like has like funny quips and like walks cool and has cool boots but he still is doing he's still raping the whole earth and protecting pedophiles and all that stuff. Why can't we have that? Why can't we just why can't it be a guy on a Harley Davidson? Why does Dave Portnoy feel safe in public? Like, why do people like that, like people who've posted child porn to their own website and they did not take it down until state troopers went over there to the house of Dave Portnoy and told him he had to, they went there with like the law went and said, you have to take child porn off of your website. He had a photographer go take a picture of Tom Brady's son's penis on the beach and Dave Portnoy put it on his website. You can look all of this up. It's completely true. Tom Brady's family was begging him, hey, this is child porn. This is a huge invasion of privacy. Please do not put our son's genitalia on your website. He thought it was hilarious. He left it up. He said, fuck you. Until the police and state troopers went to his house personally, knocked on his door and goes, hey, it's like a felony to post. Well, we noticed that you're doing a felony, but since you're Dave Portnoy and, you're like a gambling ghoul, Zionist piece of shit, we're going to treat you totally differently here. And we're going to have to ask you, could you maybe not post child porn on your computer, on your own website? And he got mad about that. He acted like it was like a violation of his rights. Thought it was really funny. Dave Portnoy thinks child porn is really funny. I wonder why he's all in on MAGA. He doesn't have any problem with and he writes these books like, you can't cancel me. Yeah, we know. I wonder why no one can cancel you. I wonder why no one can get rid of you. You post child porn to your website and nothing happens? The police ask you to not have child porn? No judge, jury, nothing? Nothing. Really? Nothing. Can't cancel me. Yeah, we know. We know because we know you're protected, Dave Portnoy. Yeah, you can't cancel the devil if you live in hell, you dumb fuck. We're well aware. We're well aware you're impervious to the flames of hell, which we all have to bask in, that you love so dearly. God, I hate that guy. When I did a podcast at Barstool Sports, I should have walked in like the end of First Reformed. I'm totally joking, by the way. I'm totally joking, but it would have been funny if it's the end of First Reformed is me buttoning my shirt to go do a podcast at Barstool. And then just walking into Dave Portnoy's office, I go, "Hey, Dave, I got a slice of pizza for you right here. Let me reach into my pocket. I got a piece of pizza for you." Dave's like, why's your vest beeping? Don't worry about it, Dave. It keeps the pizza hot. Hold on, let me get something. I just got to find my big red button here. I'm kidding. It's a joke. It's a scripted show. We're having fun. I'm totally joking. But, you know what's funny is I'm more likely to get in trouble for what I just said than Dave Portnoy is, and he's the one putting child porn on his website. Interesting. Interesting, but that's how the world works, you know? And again, I'm totally kidding. Everybody relax. It's a satirical comedy show. I got some cheese pizza for you right here, Dave. Anyway, please don't make me watch Joe Rogan stand up anymore because holy shit. Now I'm talking about Dave Portnoy. I don't even know, man. I don't know. I go in this room, I don't know who I am anymore at the end of it. Whatever, man. That's all you can do in this world now. You get really worked up about something and you go, this is what should be done. This is what would be right. At the end of it, you go, yeah, whatever, man. There's no resolve. There's no, civilization just has to die out. It has to be cyclical. Civilizations are born and then they die and then new ones start. And we're in the death. We're in the dark ages now. Welcome. Don't make yourself die more deaths than you have to. Be okay with knowing that it's over. Really embrace that and try to make best of it. Because it's over and it has to be this way. It has to. It can't be any other way than the way it is. And that's it. So, you know. Who gives it? You know what? I'm going to email Dave Portnoy and ask for a job. Hey, Dave, I know you've blocked me on Twitter and I accused you of fucking children. Listen. I have nothing. If you'd look deep into your heart and ask for forgiveness, whatever. I think Dave Portnoy is like a billionaire. He could probably have me killed like 1 billion times. He could probably have a drone destroy my house. with a laser. He could kill me with a laser from space, I'm sure. Anyway.